Hi everyone, and welcome to lesson 1.4 of Elite Youth Business Academy Problem Solving. My name is Guhan.
And I'm Sohan.
Let's get into it. So a brief overview about what we're going to be talking about today. We're first going to go over the problem solving models or PS models, and then we're going to go over problem solving skills or PS skills. With this, we'll be talking about how an entrepreneur is able to define a problem and is able to make a solution for it. Now handing it off to Sohan.
So first we're going to start off talking about the problem solving models as Guhan previously mentioned. So now I'm going to talk about why you should use the problem solving model. Entrepreneurs, while running their business, will have decisions to make and problems to solve by themselves. So they have to, and since they have to take responsibility for their own actions, they're forced to make quick and efficient decisions in a short period of time. Many unsuccessful entrepreneurs decide to make choices based on their own intuition or casually without taking anything seriously, which is why they're unsuccessful and why their businesses fail. Many successful entrepreneurs have been known to use the problem-solving model of 6 steps that efficiently help people solve problems in a logical manner. So here are the steps of the problem-solving model. Number 1, you have to define the problem. Number 2, you have to gather information from various sources. Could be internet or like books, libraries, etc., like we mentioned in the last video. Number 3, you have to find various solutions from that information. Number 4, you have to evaluate each of the solutions and select the best option to get the best result. And the 5th one, you have to take action and execute the solution. And then the last one is obviously you have to evaluate how it went and whether you would use a different solution or use the same solution again.
So now going over the first step, defining the problem. So the first step is about you have to identify what the problem is and why it is a problem. So ideally you don't want to quantify the problem, it just helps you measure the scale of it in the future. So an example we have here is you have a degree in computer science and you're considering if you should start a website business. As a regular computer programmer, you could earn $65,000. This would determine your career in the future. So this just shows that the problem-solving model does not only apply to business, but could also apply to something like your day-to-day life as well, which is why it applies for everyone. And as you noticed, they quantified the problem, they include the amount of money they'd earn as a computer programmer, and show the conflict it has with if you should start your own business or if you should be a regular worker. So the next step is gathering information. So ideally, you'd want to gather necessary information to solve the problem. As Soham has mentioned, this thing could include libraries, the internet. It could also include company records, industry data, and trade magazines for more business-specific aspects. A great thing that we'd recommend is interviewing people for their experience. So going back to our example of whether you should be a computer programmer or if you should design your own website business, you'd want to conduct a self-analysis and identify your strengths, skills, experience, and interests. You should also talk to other industry experts. So you're going to talk to your peers, your professors in college, your teachers, etc. See where you're at. And the next step is to find various solutions. So you're going to identify all possible solutions before picking a particular one. For example, you come up with various solutions. You could work as an employee for an already stable computer science firm. You could work as a website designer. You can go back to school and pursue a degree, or you could start your own website business.
So now we're going to talk about how to evaluate and select the proper solutions. To start off with, you want to evaluate every single alternative you have to understand which is the best solution to use in which scenario, and how, ideally, if you can predict how that benefit the company in the long run. This can be related to cost, fulfillment, happiness, or time management. And one example is you pick option 4 because you don't want to be directed by someone else and have your own innovative idea. So yeah. The last step is the 5th step is to take action. After selecting the best solution for this specific situation, now you have to implement it. Then you have to ask yourself afterwards, before, how will you go about it and what resources are necessary to execute this action and execute the solution. An example of this is you begin making a business plan and obtain a loan from a bank. Then you can start beginning marketing through social media. Now I'm going to talk about how you can evaluate your solution after you've taken action. Even the best plans may not work, so it's really important to decide whether it succeeded or not based on research you conducted and like surveys you conducted after the solution was executed. And then you can ask yourself, was your idea the right one or not, and how. Then you have to figure out how you can improvise on it and like build off the same idea and find better solutions for the same issue. An example of this could be you realize that you made the right idea and your business is now profitable. You also enjoy yourself and continue to aspire to improve your business through other manners. And next, Gohan is going to talk about problem-solving skills.
So problem-solving skills are skills that you can use to solve problems that your corporation may face. It is important to master specific skills to make sure you peacefully interact with your coworkers to fix issues in a sophisticated manner. So we have 3 main skills over here, although there are plenty more that you guys can find on your own or in your day-to-day life. So skills can include things like communication, where you work with people around you, and you may have to compromise on a lot of your ideas, opinions, and key decisions, even if it's not something that you want. However, with this, you're able to come to a conclusion that everyone does like. You can also do brainstorming. This is where several brilliant minds come together to form a good plan on how to fix a serious issue. It is often a creative twist with problem solving. This makes sure that perspectives are not being unfairly judged or being ignored, and also provides a platform for helpful thought and advancements in society. This is why when, for example, looking at the United States government, the president often has a cabinet with them to make sure that all decisions are made with the input of everyone else. You're also going to be learning from previous mistakes in order to become a successful businessman. It is crucial that you're not afraid to take risks and make mistakes through failure in the process. Instead of taking them with a negative mindset and being like, oh, I made a mistake, so I'm not going to pursue this anymore, you should approach it with a positive attitude, like, oh, I made this mistake, and this is what I learned from it, so this is what I'm going to do in the future. In the long run, it will definitely benefit your company as you know what to do in the face of the problem. So now, going to the question section of today's lesson. Question 1 is list out the steps for the problem-solving model that we went over today in the lesson. I'll give you guys a few seconds to answer that question. Question 2 is what are some job options you would like to look at? This one's more free response, so whatever you guys are interested in, feel free to answer. And question 3, once again, is a very free response question. But if you guys could say what are some problem-solving skills that you guys think are necessary, this could be from whatever we talked about or from whatever you guys think. And now, going to the answer.
So number 1, the problem-solving model, the steps include defining the problem, gathering information on that problem, finding various solutions, evaluating all the solutions and selecting the best option, then taking action and evaluating your action. For number 2, there's obviously no correct answer, but here's mine. For example, I would like to go into like finance and become a venture capitalist, so I can invest in companies and see my profits go up if it's the right decision. But it's also a very risky decision, which makes it more like challenging, which I like. It's more of a challenge. And number 3, this may include like communication, brainstorming, and learning from mistakes. These are 3 traits that all entrepreneurs need to have to be successful, or even have a chance to be successful, and that's how they can best solve their own problems in the business. Good work, guys. And now Gohan's going to talk about the joke.
So, did you guys know that I'm a walking economy? My hairline is in recession, my stomach is always in inflation, and these two together bring me into a deep depression. Ah ha ha ha.
What a funny joke.
Ha, ha.
What a funny joke.
So thank you guys so much for listening to our video today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to contact us by our email. This is not our phone number nor our website. This just came with the template, so please don't call this person. They may get very angry. Or please don't go to this website. I'm not sure if the domain is working or not. But basically, we hope to see you guys for the next episode. And thanks so much for listening today. Bye.